Hi, my name is Mike Peasley, and I'm the founder of Soundiron. We're here at NAMM 2020 to show off some of our new instruments, and I'm here with Plug-in Boutique to talk about where we're from, what we are about, and what we have to show you. We started in 2011 as a boutique sample library developer, mainly focused on big orchestral instruments, but also lots of weird little things that captured our attention. Our goal has always been very DIY, figure it out, create whatever we wanted, and find a way to share those things with other like-minded people at good, reasonable prices, because we wanted people to have unlimited options, to feel like they could get whatever sound they were looking for, to find the inspiration they needed without feeling overwhelmed by having to maintain these huge templates of, very expensive tools. We wanted to reach out to people who are bands like we had been, or who are composers, students, masters, everybody, just to open up windows and opportunities musically and creatively for people. We're best known for our Requiem Light choir library, our Olympus choir libraries, Apocalypse Percussion, which is big, epic, scoring drums. We have our vocal series, which we're well known for, the Voices of Rapture, Voices of Rage, Voices of Gaia, Mimi Page, Darkness and Light, and a whole kind of range of these specialty areas covering a wide gamut, from voices to choirs to our Hyperion strings and upcoming brass series. We've done woodwinds and brass with native instruments through the Symphony Series projects. We have our emotional piano, and if you can think of it, we've probably done it or will be doing it. We're on the way. Right now, this year, we've got the first thing coming up. We have the Alpha organ, and this is a giant pipe organ recorded at the St. Paul's Church in San Francisco, where we recorded Requiem Light and a number of our other libraries. It has a big blossoming reverberation that doesn't saturate the sound, but rather carries it. You have a very present and robust organ sound, but yet it doesn't sound grainy or gritty or dry. We keep the wind in the sound from the blowers, but it's just there kissing the bottom of the sound, so it's natural, it's real, it's like being there. We covered all of the main stop configurations, but not really to lay it out in a way where you'd have to know organs to know what you were getting at. We laid them out by flavor, by style, by emotion, and then beyond those, and the ability to choose between the mic distances, we also have a huge suite of sound design organ patches that get more into kind of metaphysical ideas and feelings and aesthetics that mix in synthesis and the acoustics. We even play with different frequency kind of spectrum stuff, playing with solfeggio tones and isochronic tones and binaural beats, kind of just tucked in there to kind of explore different ways of connecting with the sound on a more personal or kind of what can you say, psychological level. Because I think for us it's now pushing new frontiers of what sound means, what acoustics mean, and how we can be personally kind of like creative through those deeper levels. You don't just want an organ, you want an organ with this particular flavor, in this particular feeling at this time. Not every song is the same, and so we want options, we want feeling to come through. That's what we're doing right now. It's the Alpha organ. It's going to be coming out for Kontakt player in just a couple of weeks. We've also got the Hyperion brass elements and micro editions coming up soon, which are chamber brass, the full suite of articulation, just like our Hyperion strings, with all the main elements you'll need to do full film scoring, but developed in a package that's easy to use, easy to customize and configure, so you can play it right out of the box, or if you have a really dialed in custom setup and key switch arrangement you like, that is just your way of doing things, you can do it. Those are our two big instruments coming up, but we've got a whole plan this year for some major updates and expansions and new instruments coming up rapid fire. We're growing, and thanks for checking us out.
All right, so this is an unreleased library that we we haven't released yet. It's called Alpha Organ. Basically, it's kind of a different spin on organs. It's sort of like an organ with a soul, you know what I mean? So it's like a lot of really cool stuff with it. This is just kind of like the basic default when you load up the library. But there's also a lot of really cool stuff you can do with it. So if you want to use this knob to increase the octave, you can get sort of that really, you know, that big church organ kind of sound. So you can kind of, so it's doubling the octave below and above. So you get this really thick. But then also, if let's say you want to dig in even deeper, you can open this knob up, and then you got filters, you got LFO, you got an arpeggiator. So if let's say you just want to, you know, let the arpeggiator create some stuff for you, you can just kind of, you know, just hold it right there and add a few notes in. You know, and then you can change those different steps, so you can, you know, you can create your own, all kinds of cool stuff. Filters and stuff too, so if you want to, if you're messing with the filter and you want to, let's say, set it up to where the source is the mod wheel, you can kind of, you know, and that's just the basic stuff. There's a lot of different sources and types that you can play with, LFO as well. Some of the really cool things with this library is there's a lot of these, there's 3 different NKIs that come with it. There's the basic alpha organ. There's the layered one, which you can layer different organ sounds on top of each other. And this one is really cool because down here there's these lower chakras and higher chakras. So we made some sound designed different ambiances sort of based off the different moods of the different chakras. So when you're using the mod wheel, you'll go between the different ones. So yeah, so if you start with the mod wheel at the very bottom and you just kind of let it play, you'll hear it sort of evolve, and as you increase the mod wheel, so it's very evolving, and then the higher or the upper chakras is the same kind of thing. So if you're doing a lot of like meditative music or just, you know, underscore where you want it to be very sort of moody, you know, you can just have it evolve and stuff like that. So it's really cool. It's just, you know, a different take on the organ, not necessarily trying to, we have other organs that are very like cathedral and churchy. So this one is kind of just like an organ, you know, with a lot of spirit sort of thing. So.